So again, Vidra is inquiring about various associates of the Lord from Uddhava. In these two verses, he was asking about two personalities. One was about Samba, the other one was about Satyaki, Yudana. Kachit Hare Soumya Sutah Sadriksha. Kachit, whether Soumya, O gentle one, he was addressing to Uddhava. Sutaha, Hare Sutaha is the son of Lord Krishna by name Sambaha. Aste Agrani Ratinam Sadhuhu. He is a very well behaved person. Aste, he fares well. How is he doing? What are his capacities? Agrani Ratinam Agrani. He is the foremost of the warriors. And Sadrakshaha, he is similar to Hare Sutaha, like Pradyumna. So how is he doing well? Is he all well? Everything is well with him. How is he faring well? Then Asutayam Jambavati Vratadya. Jambavati, the enriched wife of Lord Krishna, she had undergone severe austerities. So because of her austerity, she got Asutaya, a son of Samba. Similarly, like Devaguham, the demigod Kartikeya, Yo Ambikaya Druto Agre. Agre, in his previous life, Kartikeya, who has been like Parvati Devi had to engage in austerities to get Kartikeya as her son. So similarly, Jambavati had done some austerities, Vratadya, to have Samba as her son. Then it says, Kshemam cha kachid Yuyudana aste. How is Yuyudana? Satyaki Kshemam. Is he doing well? Is he faring well nicely? Yah Falguna Labda Danu Rahasya. He learned the intricacies of military art from Falguna, Arjuna. Lebe Anjasa Adokshaja Sevaya. And by being personal servant, he was able to have the exclusive service, Adokshaja Sevaya. He achieved that position that he became an eternal associate of the Lord, by which he was able to do personal service to the Lord. Adokshaja Sevaya. Gatim Tadiyam Yatibir Durapam, which Yativi, the renouncers, which is very difficult for them, Gatim, the destination to achieve the service of the Lord, which is Durapam, very difficult for ordinary man. What to speak of sannyasis? What to speak of sannyasis? Even ordinary man will be very difficult. So that destination he had achieved. So the two great personalities we will be discussing today in this verse, today's class. So about Samba, in one purport, Prabhupada explains who is he in a gist in entire Srimad Bhagavatam. One of the great heroes of Yadu dynasty and son of Lord Krishna and his wife Jambavati. He learned the military art of throwing arrows from Arjuna, and he became a parliament during the time. He became the member of parliament during the time of Maharaj Yudhishthira. He was present during the Rajasuya Yajna of Maharaj Yudhishthira. When all the Vrishnis assembled during the time of Prabhasa Yajna, his glorious activities were narrated by Satyaki before Lord Balarama. He was also present along with Lord Krishna during the Ashwamedha Yajna performed by Yudhishthir Maharaj. And he was presented before some rishis falsely dressed as a pregnant woman by his brothers. In fun, he asked the rishis what he was going to deliver. The rishis replied that he would deliver a lump of iron, which would be the cause of fratricidal war in the family of Yadu. The next day in the morning, Samba delivered a large lump of iron, which was entrusted to Ugrasena for necessary action. Actually, later there was a foretold fratricidal war, and Samba died in that war. He was killed by Aniruddha. When these two fought with each other, so Aniruddha each killed the other one. So different technical details are there about Samba's activities in Bhagavatam. Two majorly. One was his kidnapping of Lakshmana, daughter of Duryodhana, and the second was he is acting as a pregnant lady in front of the rishis in Dwaraka. These are the two major events described about Samba in Bhagavatam. In Chaitanya Bhagavata, this instance has been related of Lord Balarama becoming angry and trying to pull away entire Hastinapura into Ganges, in that perspective. glorifying Lord Balarama's capacity. Yandra Apamanakari Raja Duryodhana. Raja Duryodhana, he had Apamanakari, he had insulted Lord Balarama and the entire Yadava dynasty. Savam Shete Pranagela Nahila Rakshana. With his entire Vamsha, there was no protection for them because of the offense what he had created for the Yadavas and Lord Balarama. Daiva Yoge Chilatata Mahabhaktagana, and because of the devotional service of great devotees who are present there. Tandra Sabha Janilena Tomara Karana. So all the great devotees who could understand the mood and intention of Lord Balarama, so then they prayed for deliverance. Who and all the great devotees? Kunti, Bhishma, Yudhishthira, Vidura, Arjuna, Tan Sabara Vakye, Purva Pailena Punaha. Because all these devotees had prayed to Lord Balarama, pacified him. So Lord Balarama became Shantaha and he stopped that city from drowning in Ganga. Or else entire Hastinapura was to be dismantled into Ganga. He became so angry because of the insulting words of Duryodhana. So what actually transpired this pastime is elaborated in Krishna book. Duryodhana had one beautiful daughter by name Lakshmana, and at that time it is when he wanted to get her married, Swayamvara was announced. So all the great princes had assembled there. When Samba got to know that the Swayamvara of Lakshmana was happening, he also went to that Swayamvara and he forcefully kidnapped her and started going away towards Dwarka. So the Kurus felt insulted because Samba had challenged their capacity and their daughter, because Lakshmana was not inclined to marry Samba. One reason they were saying. The various reasons what they understood, why they wanted to fight. Started why they were insulted towards Dwarka. Lakshmana was not inclined to marry Samba, so the Kurus felt and insulted. She was not given a fair chance to select her own husband. And we are emperors and they are subordinate. They enjoy on our remnants. This is what they are feeling. We are emperors and they are all Samanta Raja. They are some small kings. How can they be our equivalent? How can they dine with us? And if by chance now Samba will go back and Yadavas will become angry and they will come to fight with us, if they come for fighting, let us subdue them and teach them a lesson. So the Kurus were thinking. Who are all the Kurus involved in this process? Bhishma, Dhritarashtra, Duryodhana, Karna, Sala, Bhuri, Yajnaketu, all these people, they are all the major Kuru dynasty elders. They were discussing all these things. And when they discussed all these plus and minus, what could happen, what could not happen, then all these 6 warriors headed by Bhishma, Karna, Duryodhana, Sala, Bhuri, Yajnaketu, they attacked Lakshmana, who was going in the chariot. They challenged him, and Kshatriya spirit is somebody challenges, they have to stand and fight back. So Samba started fighting back. 1:6 was the fighting. 1 man versus 6 people. So he showed his great strength and valor because he is a Maharatha, and he had almost destroyed the other army also. Then all the 6 people combined together, somehow or other forcefully they attacked him, and they had to struggle hard to control him and to capture him. So after capturing him, they put him in jail, something like that, and they took back Lakshmana, separated from him. Now they understood because Lakshmana has been touched by Samba, nobody else can marry her. So in the meantime, they wanted some next course of action they were discussing. And in that fight, because of seeing his capacity, they came to know that he is a great fighter. They appreciated his capacity. On a Kshatriya principle, even though fighting was happening, they were almost appreciating the Samba's valor, because 1:6 he is able to dominate them with 1 person and 6 great warriors. So what was the reason why they were thinking that Samba is an inferior or unsuitable candidate? one assumption might be what I was concluding, because Samba had not done any glorious activity, just because he is son of Krishna with no other credentials. So they were thinking that he is unfit for their daughter. So if you have to prove you are a great person, you have to prove some activities. So he is like a son of Lord Krishna, that's the only activity, only credential. Is there anything else which could certify him is a better person? So in that way they were testing his personality, they were testing his capacity. In the meantime, this message got communicated to Yadavas through Narada Muni. Then all the Yadavas, they combined and they took the permission from Ugrasena, and they all wanted to attack and destroy the entire Kuru dynasty for capturing their boy. Then Balarama, understanding the grievous situation, he said, let me go and first understand what is their mood, what is their feelings. If anything happens, then we will see further. So Balarama, along with some Brahmanas and Uddhava, had reached the city of Kurus, Indraprastha. He did not enter the city, he waited outside. And he sent Uddhava to go and understand the mood of the elders. Uddhava being the prime minister, he knows how to communicate, what to communicate, he knows how to judge the situation. Uddhava went, discussed with Bhishma, Dhritarashtra, Duryodhana and all the people. And he communicated Lord Balarama had come to visit them. So they all became very happy, and they all came forward with various gifts to receive Lord Balarama. So after receiving Lord Balarama, they all exchanged pleasantries and all these things, and all. Finally, Lord Balarama began to speak. So Balarama's considerations were there, why this fighting has to be avoided. He said, because almost Kali Yuga has started and with slight provocation people will fight. He did not like Kurus and Yadus fighting being influenced by Kali. He said, let me see the situation and try to see if the fight can be settled by mutual understanding. He was confident that the members of Kuru dynasty would agree to his marriage and avoid fighting with the Yadus. That was his consideration. So then, with these points in mind, he communicated to all the elders there of the Kuru dynasty. I have come here as a messenger of Ugrasena on the order. You had fought with Samba alone and caught him after great endeavor in an unjust way. We are intimately related and should not disturb our relationship or friendship, whatever way we are connected with. Immediately release Samba along with his wife Lakshmana and bring them before me. When this statement was pronounced, then all the Kurus felt offended. Then they started discussing among themselves the consequences. They all felt Lord Balarama spoke in a commanding tone, full of heroism, assertion and supremacy and chivalry. They did not appreciate his statements, Kurus. Rather, all of them became agitated and with great anger, they started speaking. You people are like shoes which always have to be kept at the feet. We have given you a position, now you want to sit on our head, where helmet has to be there. It is our kingdom and we have given an opportunity for rule. Now you wanted to sit with us and dine with us on an equal level. We have allowed you to use the royal insignia like whisk, fan, conch shell, umbrella, crown, royal throne, sitting place and bedstead, along with everything else befitting the royal order. So just because we have given you all the facilities doesn't mean that you have become equal to us. We cannot allow them to do whatever they have been doing. We will never allow to make them equal to us. Their flourishing condition is because of our gifts and merciful behavior. And still they are shameless that they are trying to order us. Actually, the members of Kuru dynasty, they became very much puffed up due to their opulence, kingdom, aristocracy, their family tradition, great warriors, family members and vast expansive empire. Because of all these things, they became puffed up. They could not understand the glorious position of Lord Krishna or Lord Balarama. And they did not observe the common formalities, because Lord Balarama is there. They came forward thinking that he is Lord Balarama. But one statement disturbed their entire mood and situation. Then they started offending Balarama. They started offending Yadavas. So this is the mentality. Even though they know that he is great person, but again one small statement disturbed their relationship with the Lord. So when Lord Balarama became angry by their statements, he wanted to teach them a lesson. So he wanted to exhibit his capacity, what he can do. One person, you are all many people, you are saying you have so much opulence, all these things and all. Whatever you are thinking of, you have royal insignia, all these things and all. Lord Balarama wanted to show a test of what he can do. So he picked up his plough and he started beating the earth. When he started beating the earth, Hastinapura got separated from that earth. Then with his plough, he started pulling Hastinapura towards river Ganges, and he wanted to drown the entire. So you are very proud of your opulences. Now let me see where your opulences are. He wanted to put them everything into the river. Then all the people, then they started feeling their entire existence was under extinction. So then when all the people became anxiety and all these things and all, then all the royal Kuru dynasty came to their senses. They immediately then they thought Lord Balarama should be pacified or else our existence itself will be finished. Then they fell down at feet of Lord Balarama, prayed, pacified him. They immediately, somebody went back to the kingdom, bought Samba along with Lakshmana, put him forward. Oh no, Balarama, please be satisfied. Now your boy is there and your daughter, our daughter is also there. Now we will get them married, you be pacified. Now when all these things are done, then Lord Balarama became pacified. Then he became the head of boys' side, and marriage was done in a very pompous way. And Duryodhana, being very much attached to his daughter, gave a huge dowry. He gave 1,200 elephants, which are almost 60 years old. He gave 10,000 nice horses, 6,000 chariots, dazzling like sunshine, and 1,000 maid servants decorated with golden ornaments. Then Lord Balarama gave them assurance of no harm, and along with the new boy and girl, he returned back to, along with the newly wedded couples, he went back to Dwaraka. So in the entire incidents, at last Prabhupada summarizes this subject. He says, when Samba forcefully took away Lakshmana, the elder members of the Kuru dynasty were pleased to see that he was actually a suitable match for her. By showing his fighting abilities, then they thought, yes, we thought he was unsuitable, but by seeing his fighting spirit, he is the best person whom we could get. The Kauravas were superficially insulted, so they challenged Lord Balarama's power just to see the inconceivable strength of Lord Balarama. So they also wanted to glorify Lord Balarama and to see, to display to the whole world what Lord Balarama can do. So in that way, they were testing Lord Balarama. So in this way, when the daughter was handed over to Samba and the whole marriage was settled, the whole issue became pacified again. That friendship, relationship continued as earlier. So these great personalities like demigods, all these things and all, they come here to support the mission of the Lord. So this Samba, the word Samba itself called Sa Ambaha, means one who is always along with his mother. In Telugu we call Ammakuchi, one who is behind the mother, always under the shelter of mother, always with the mother. So that's why he is always known as Sambaha, Sa Ambaha, one who is always with his mother, or Jambavati Sutaha. Always with his mother, always he will be surrounding around his mother only. So he was also a great warrior. As we seen, he was present in various fightings along with the Yadu dynasty, and he was also responsible for that destruction of Yadu dynasty also. So I was trying to search for related information on Samba in the internet, and all kachada information is there. No proper details also. It is said that 2-3 statements I will just say how wrongly people consider about Samba, so that we are very clear what Prabhupada has given us the understanding. They say Lord Krishna, many wives had sons and Jambavati had no son, it seems. That's why Jambavati requested Lord Krishna for a son. To give her a son, Lord Krishna went to Himalayas to do tapasya. So there he met one friend, a Brahmana friend. So he directed Lord Krishna to go and worship Lord Śiva. So for 6 months Krishna did tapasya, for which Lord Śiva became satisfied and gave him a blessing that he will have a son who became Samba, it seems. Demigods have to do tapasya to Lord Krishna to come as his son. Here it is saying that Krishna did tapasya to get demigod as his son. A foolish understanding. Then this is one reason, and one more reason they say, Samba in many places looks like Lord Krishna in physical appearance. All of the sons, Bhagavatam itself says, they are all as equivalent as Lord Krishna. So, because by seeing Samba, some of the younger wives of Krishna got attracted to him. So, understanding Krishna, this intention, Lord Krishna cursed Samba to have leprosy, it seems. This is one more reason they are saying. So, like that, all these things, some useless information is there. And this will all simply destroy the sanctity and potency of what these great associates carry. So, we have to be very careful, not that Google is giving the correct information. Most of the times it will be, our Google Maps, how better they will show us. So, like that, some information is good, some information is not exact representation as per Shastric references. They are quoting all this from Devi Bhagavata, so which is not the credential for us to understand about Krishna's pastimes. So, for us, Srimad Bhagavatam is the basis. And similarly, the next personality whom we are discussing is about Satyaki. He is also known as Yuyudana. So, Garga Samhita says he was Maharaj Ambarisha, who has come as Satyaki. A great devotee, we know, by his Navaveda Bhakti, he had satisfied the Lord. So, he has come as Satyaki. He is one of the Vrishni Vamsha dynasty, associate of Lord Krishna from the childhood in the Vrishnis. So, he also took training from Arjuna in archery. So, Krishna had two specific drivers for his chariot. One is Daruka, the other is Satyaki. Satyaki, whenever Daruka is not available, then Satyaki used to associate with the Lord in driving. And whenever Lord Krishna used to come to Yudhishthira's place, Satyaki was always accompanying them. And even though the Yadu Vamsha had given, Yadu army has been given for Duryodhana's side, Satyaki was participating on Pandava's side for fighting. So, he was the 12 people who had survived that, 12 major personalities who had survived that Kurukshetra war. He was also present in various places, in various pastimes enacted. He was son of Satyaka, grandson of Sini. His skills in war were like similar to Karna, Arjuna and Abhimanyu. He was especially known for his sword fighting. He was also a good friend of Bhima and Drishtadyumna also. And he always treated Arjuna in the position of a guru because he had learnt Vidya from Arjuna. In the Kurukshetra war, he went against the wishes of Balarama and took side of Pandavas. And he was the first one to arrive with his army to fight on their side. His major contributions in Mahabharata war are he fought and nearly killed fierce demon Alambusa in a sword fight. He saved Drishtadyumna multiple times in war. He prevented Drona from capturing Yudhishthira, which could have led to the entire defeat of Pandava army. He killed Somadatta and Bhurishrava, who had some inimical feelings with their grandfather Shini. On the 14th day, when Arjuna took a vow that he will kill Jayadratha by the evening, so Satyaki was assisting him in killing thousands of army. We know that pastime last time we had explained how Jayadratha was planned that entire army. And in that way he had served the Lord at last along in that Kurukshetra, not that Prabhasa Kshetra. He also fought along with Krutavarma and he died. Both of them died. Krutavarma was the commander-in-chief of Yadava army. So Satyaki and Krutavarma fought among themselves and they died each. That is Satyaki. So in one point I was just trying to understand through these purports and all. These are all great associates. So through their performance or through their service to Lord Krishna is setting various examples for us, how different devotees were serving him and how different ways they were thinking to support the mission of the Lord. They are all here to reduce the burden of the earth. How their various mood and understanding was exhibited so that we can also follow in their footsteps in serving the Lord. See, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Rupa Goswami quotes certain slokas. Nana upachara kruta pujanam arta bandho premneva bhakta hrudayam sukha vidrutam syat yavat kshudasti jatara jarata pipasa tavat sukaya bhavato nanu bhakshapeye. As long as there is hunger and thirst, kshut trut, jatare in our stomach, jatara, that power will drive us. Pipasa, when we are thirsty. So when we are thirsty and when we are hunger, when we get good food and good drink, how we will feel? We feel very happy, we feel very energetic. Tavat sukaya bhavato nanu bhaksha peye. When we get good variety of bhaksha and peye, we become very happy and we become very strong. Similarly, Nana upachara kruta pujanam, by engaging in various means and ways and various activities in worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Artha Bandho, the Supreme Lord, Artha Bandho, Prem Naiva, in loving way. This service is in not in forceful way. कभी कभी हमारा असिस्टेंट पुजारी को कुछ सर्विस दे दो, रोते हुए करेगा.
But what is this, Arjun?
मेरा सर्विस नहीं है, फिर मेरे को ही करा रहा है. We become whole day mood off. They are forcing me. I am supposed to read for 1 hour. They are calling me and doing me something we feel. अरे they are इतना लोग है, मेरे को ही क्यों बुला रहा है? And so many else are there. Why I am being asked? No, this service is rendered in prem naiva. In loving way, this service has to be rendered. Because Lord understands bhakta hrudayam. He understands the mood and heart in which this service is offered. Sukha vikridam sat, and they enjoy transcendental bliss. When they serve the Lord in lovingly and in a happy way, and they also enjoy the transcendental bliss. So what is the best way how we can also engage in loving devotional service? One of the opportunities what is given to us by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is
class చేయడానికి 20 kg gelatin sticks సరిపోతాయి అనుకుంటా కదా.
So what are the specialities of this holy name?
Your chapter
again, Rupa Goswami glorifies his holy name.
Becomes
Akristihi Krita Chetasam Sumanasam Uchatanam Cha Amhasam Achandalam Amuka Loka Sulabho Vasyascha Mukti Shriyaha Na Diksho Na Cha Satkriyam Na Cha Parushcharyam Mana Gikshate Mantroyam Rasanasprut Eva Falati Sri Krishna Namatmaka. This holy name of the Lord, Sri Krishna Namatmakaha, is Akristihi. It is very attractive. And Krita Chetasam, for whom it is very attractive? For those who are saintly people. For only saintly people, Sumanasam, for liberated people also. This holy name is very attractive. And when you chant this holy name, what happens? Uchatanam cha amhasam. Uchatana, when you do that Uchatana, when you chant this holy name, Sa Amhasam, it will destroy all the sinful reactions. Then if it is so powerful, who will not chant this holy name? Amukaha. Only dumb and dull fellows will not take up this holy name. Because it is readily available. Loka Sulabaha. For entire people it is easily available, this holy name. Even to Achandalam, even though those may not be in a, who are taken birth in the lowest of the man, even it is available for them. Achandalam, Loka Sulabhaha, it is available for all the people, Sulabhaha.
So hell body double.
And this holy name is so capable, Vashyascha Mukti Shriyaha. It is the controller of opulence of liberation. Liberation is also, even holy name can give us liberation very easily.
Karachiలో వాడికి సపోర్ట్ చేస్తున్న ఏజెంట్స్
and it is identical with Lord Krishna, this holy name. So ayam mantra, when one chant this mantra, what happens? Rasana spread his tongue. When he is chanting the holy name, the immediate effects are falati eva, are produced. When you chant the holy name, the immediate effects are produced. It does not take long time. As you chant, slowly the purification to our capacity of sincerity, the purification starts happening. And for chanting, is there any qualification?
British
Nacha Diksham, there is no requirement of initiation.
Hillary Clinton body double.
Nacha Satkriyam, no pious activities are required.
Body double ni వాడారు.
Nacha Purascharya, no regulative principles observed during initiation, nothing is required. The holy name does not wait for any of these activities. Manak ikshate, he is self-sufficient.
Sohel bhai vintaadu.
So,
nahi samjha.
we have been blessed with this opportunity to chant the holy name. So once you utilize it, make our life successful, because it is self-sufficient. It can bestow us all the things.
Connected to GPS. You are gone.
Initiation,
baby.
all these things are all formalities to take commitment. So it is the sincerity of the purpose what is attracting the mercy of the holy name.
कुत्ते को लेकर आओ.
And through various associates also, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was giving example, like how Lord Krishna is example, setting example through various associates. In one instance, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was also teaching us through his devotee.
Arjun, Bali place ni surround chesaru.
Ramananda Dware Kandarpera Darpanashe. Through Ramananda Raya's pastimes, how one can subdue lust, or one can conquer lust.
ఇది నీ సేఫ్ హౌస్, యు నో వాట్ టు డు.
Damodara Dware Nirapeksha Parakashe. And through Swarupa Damodara, he taught us how to remain free from all desires. Nira Apeksha, free from all desires. Apeksha means desire. Nirapeksha means one to become free from all desires. Haridasa Dware Sahishnuta Janaila. Through Haridasa, he is teaching us how to be tolerant. Sanatana Rupa Dware Dainya Prakashila. The symbol of humility is expressed through Rupa and Sanatana.
ante boy పాక్ చేతిలో బందీగా ఉన్న
జితేంద్రియ నిరపేక్ష సహిష్ణుత దైన్య ఏచారి అవధి యుక్త కైల శ్రీ చైతన్య. So using his various disciples, he was teaching these four principles which are very important for advancement in spiritual life. Jita Indriya, how to conquer senses. Nirapeksha, how to be free from desires. Sahishnuta, how to be tolerant. And Dainya, how to be humble in life. The third verse of Shikshastakam. Trunadapi sunechena, tarorapi sahishnuna, amanena manadena, kirtaniya sadahari. These principles are through examples of the devotees. So when we are studying all these associates, so Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they are teaching us how one has to be connected with the Lord.